It's Mandy.
It's Libby.
And today we're doing our New Year's resolutions for 2015. Those resolutions that most people don't stick to, but you know,
we're gonna make an effort.
Yeah, it's always good to try. Everyone has to enter with some sort of, some sort of goal.
Motivation.
Yeah. It's not good to go into the new year just like, oh, I'm not going to change anything, and then expect things to change. So, everyone should have some resolutions.
This first one, our first resolution, is definitely going to be a keeper.
We're going to do it. We are determined because because the past year, I feel like the biggest downer has been us going to college and gaining weight.
Yes. And both of us used to be athletes, and Mandy sent me a picture once, and I never noticed the amount of weight I gained until I saw this picture, and I just looked 10 times smaller.
We've gained noticeable weight in our stomachs and things that weren't there before. We were healthy and we're no longer healthy. Yeah. I'm gonna get rid of my double chin. Yeah. See, I was tiny because my family, my mom and my sister, are naturally tiny, and I don't want to be tiny. I just want to be healthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we both just
it'll be hard.
But we're gonna do it. Just because we look back at old pictures and wow, we were so much smaller, and you don't realize it as it goes on. It's just as time progresses until you actually look back. Because people at school with me didn't realize I gained weight, but they also didn't have high school to compare it to.
Right.
But yeah, on that tangent, our number one, obviously, healthier lifestyle.
Healthier lifestyle.
Yeah, which is just eating better, exercising. I'm not I do have a goal of how much weight to lose, but I'd be happy just feeling a lot healthier.
Yeah, me too.
So my second one is spread positivity. Not that I've been a negative person, I just wasn't always I've never had the greatest attitude, and in the last year's resolution one of my goals was to be more positive, and I think I definitely did that, but I'd like to be more positive, and I'd like to actually encourage people around me to be more positive. Because I'm not one of those people that's obviously if someone's really toxic, you'd want to get rid of them. But I'd like to keep the people I have because my people aren't toxic, but I'd really like for them to be more positive with me. Because they can really, it does bother me sometimes when they're so negative and I'm not. Libby's not one of those people. She's not really a pessimist either.
I was for a while there.
Yeah.
My second resolution is to do more. As in to make plans and follow through with them. I do a lot of planning ahead and then never doing what I've planned. Whether it be reading a book or practicing flute for a certain number of hours a day or hanging out with someone I haven't seen in forever and then not
coming up with some excuse to
and then coming up with some excuse to not go.
I can think of Livy's number one too many eggs in one basket of 2014, and that is, Amanda, I'm going to be a Mary Kay consultant. And I was like, sounds great. She's the beauty person. That's what she does, beauty and hair, Liv's thing. She would have been a great Mary Kay consultant, but that's all work you have to do on your own time, your own planning. And I was just like, Liv, this doesn't sound very much like you. Plus, she had a lot going on at the time too.
Yeah, I think now. If I were to start in this coming spring, I'd be home. I wouldn't be at Fredonia. Yeah. I'd have a lot more figured out in life.
Yeah, that was probably your number one. Because I agree, that'd be a really good one for Liv. Because she loves doing everything. But you just need to put in perspective, you can't do everything. But you should do a little bit of, pick little things and stick to those.
Yeah.
We're going to stick with this. We're doing this. This is YouTube, as in, that's what I meant. Yep.
Yeah, no one knew what you were talking about for 2 seconds.
We're sticking with it. Right. My third one, write down good things that happened to you. I had a joy jar last year, and I tried writing something good every single day. It was just too much to do every single day. I made it 3 months, and the jar is full, but now I'm missing the majority of the year. So I don't want to do every single day. I would like to, that's another resolution of mine coming up, but I would like to write down the good things that happened. Something that made me smile, and I would want to remember that moment. Then I'll write it down and put it in my jar.
Live in the moment and stop worrying about the next second. In one of my classes last semester, our teacher, she would get so angry if one of us started packing up early or we were looking at our watches or our phones, getting ready to go. And she told us that life would be so much happier if you just sat down and we continued and listened to her instead of worrying about the test that you have in the next 10 minutes, because just getting to the test earlier isn't going to make you pass it if you haven't studied for it.
Sure. That's like, and I've also come to realize when I read something about 9/11, and I read all the stories of the people who were supposed to be in the Twin Towers, and they weren't because one person had a blister and they wanted to go to Rite Aid and get a Band-Aid. Or someone's, it was the first day of kindergarten for someone's daughter, and like they stayed home and watched her get on the bus for the first time. And it's like, and at the end it was like, if you're sitting in traffic, stop being so impatient and like trying to get somewhere, or it's always being in a rush, because like you're in a place for a reason. Like you're always where you are and where you're supposed to be. So if like something happens, you just have to look at it as like, fine, I'm like 2 minutes late, but it's not the end of the world. And like that's where I was supposed to be. Like everything happens for a reason. So stop trying to jump ahead.
It's true.
Be able to pick out a moment each day that you're proud. Mostly meaning like I'd like to be proud of myself every day, even if it's for something really small. Like I'm proud I got up and went to the gym, or I'm proud I had carrots as a snack instead of like chips. Something small. And if I can't, obviously it's probably a lot to be proud of yourself for everything every single day, but I'd like to be proud of someone else too. Like if I can't that day, be like, oh, you know what, like this person did this, and like I'm proud of them.
Yeah, that's a good way to think.
Yeah, because I think it would help being positive too. Also, if I can like find something to be proud of every single day. Help your self-esteem.
Build that confidence. Mine is spend more time with friends at school. Instead of spending time with friends at school, I would come home on weekends, or I would work a lot. Like practice schoolwork.
Yeah, don't take things for granted.
Anything I could do to not have to go, like with my group of friends, out to lunch, I would do.
Yeah, and even if just for like, it can literally, lunch could be a half hour of your day.
Yeah.
Like you can take that half hour away from doing something else, or even like 20 minutes. Just like go and sit down, or if all your friends are hanging out and you have to study for something, just be like, okay, I'll come and sit down for 15 minutes, like, and like have some conversations, and then go back to what you were doing.
And it's so worth it, because in the end, when you really need the support during finals or someone to study with, if you haven't spent that time getting to know people, then it's going to be really hard for you at the end.
Yeah. Friends are important. They're going to be more important than your grades or any of the materialistic things at the end. Okay, my number 5 is expand YouTube. We have started going into 2015. We actually started, what did we do the week before? The week before 2015.
Yeah.
So like 2015, it's not supposed to be like be our year or anything like that, because we're not like trying to be too famous or anything. But it would be nice to consistently try to put up videos. Like every spare moment we have, like we spend all this time hanging out, and it's like we do a lot of driving and getting Starbucks and stuff, and like it's good having like a purpose, like having a plan, like we're gonna hang out, we're gonna do this. Yeah. And it's not like it's not fun doing either. Right. So there's no excuse not for us to do it. So I'd really like us to stick to it and to continue.
It's not like we don't enjoy hanging out, not filming. It's just it's something to do. Yeah. And also, it'll make our friendship stronger. Not that it's not already, but
I feel a lot nicer to her on camera. I was thinking that when she was editing one of the videos that's gonna be going up soon, and I was like, we engage so well on the camera with each other, like conversation wise, like asking questions and like answering back and listening to each other's answers. Versus like real life, our conversations are all over the place. I feel like sometimes we don't even get somewhere sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, I think it'll be good. Your next one?
Yeah, my last one is to make an effort to keep in contact with distant friends and family, which I used to be really good at. I would constantly be texting people how they were, or Facebooking family from that like lives far away, and just making an effort to know that I'm thinking about them. But I haven't done that in the last 6 months probably, so.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of distant people to keep up with, but like Liv makes a friend wherever she goes. She was at a school before the school she was at, like, and I still ask if she talks to them, and she does.
And I have a bunch of friends that I met at camp. Yeah. We're traveling that I really just wanna.
I don't have any of those, but I think if I did, I'd be much more awful at keeping up with them. Like, I mean to text people just from high school that said we'd catch up, and I still haven't done it. So I'm really gonna do that. Because I don't even have that much time before going back to school, and I think I do, and I don't.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to, like, see people, I don't know, just rekindle relationships. And it's nice to check in on someone and, like, ask how they're doing, so they know that, like, you didn't forget about them.
Right.
My last one is make more friends and be more involved in school. Everyone goes into their freshman year of college and they're like, we're going to make so much friends, we're going to join so many clubs, we're not going to waste our college years doing, like, like going out and partying, which is, like, also good to do and get the experience and stuff, but that's not all that it's about. You don't want to walk away from your college experience and say you've done nothing but go out to party on the weekends. And I didn't really my freshman year, and that was, like, the problem. So I made a good effort last semester, and I'd say I made, like, a couple more friends, or tried to keep the friends that I made my first year. And I also got more involved in the club that I was in. But this semester I actually want to make friends that I'm going to graduate out of college and still want to see. Like, I want college friends. I want people that, like, they say you go to college and it's not the time to try and find your husband, it's the time to try to find your bridesmaids. And it's true.
It is true.
And, like, it's, like, a great place because those are people you live with, those are people you can see on an everyday basis. Like, you do everything together. So I would really like more of that.
Yeah, I do too. I transferred schools, so my freshman year started all over again, and it was 10 times worse than I ever thought it would be.
Yeah, and she's really good with making friends. Like, me going into college is a completely different person than you going into college. You can find friends everywhere, and people are also come up to you and stuff. I don't think I'm a very approachable person or something. I don't know. And I guess I can see that, but it's a lot harder than they say it. Don't be scared, but they make it out to be like, oh, you're gonna make the friends of your life, like, when you go to college. But it doesn't happen in the first month or two of school.
And then after the first month you realize, wow, I really have to put myself out there to be making these friends that are gonna last a lifetime.
But that's it for our New Year's resolutions for 2015. Be sure to leave some of yours down below if you want to. It'd be nice to see them, even if they're generic, but it'll help us stick to them, I think, if it's documented.
Yeah.
So, alright. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and thumbs up. Bye.
Bye.